You ever pull up to your own property and feel like you just stumbled onto a crime scene straight out of a bad TV drama? That was me after 3 years of caring for my mom with Alzheimer's, just trying to get away to my cabin in Colorado. The one spot where I'd scattered my wife's ashes, thinking maybe I'd find some peace for once. Instead, I roll up and everything's plastered in bright red. No trespassing. Signs gate, fence, mailbox, trees, you name it. And standing there like she owns the place, there's this sharp-dressed woman with a briefcase, filming the whole mess, cool as a cucumber. So yeah, I lost it. I started ripping those signs down, yelling that these are my signs, my land, and she just flashes this ice-cold smile and says, "You owe $47,000, Mr. Parker." And I swear, I got chills because not only does the stranger know my name, but her voice is weirdly familiar, like it's echoing from some part of my past I tried to bury. Ever had somebody from your old life pop back up just to wreck everything you thought was safe? That's what happened to me, and let me tell you, she was just getting warmed up. There I am, looking at this disaster, and she's acting like she's doing me a favor, saying, "Sir, tampering with court-authorized signage constitutes contempt of court," all while filming every move I make. I tell her, "This is my property, you can't post signs here." But she just goes, "Actually, emergency debt collection procedures allow protective measures." She says it like she's reading off a cue card. And it's not just a few signs. She's got "No entry" taped to my wife Sarah's memorial garden, notices on every hiking trail, even a legal notice inside my mailbox. The second I see that sign on Sarah's garden gate, it hits me right in the gut. Some places are sacred, you know? I shout, "You can't touch that. She's buried there." But she's just stone cold. "Sentimental designations don't override legal proceedings, Mr. Parker." And the way she says it, I've never wanted to put someone in their place so bad in my life. That's when my neighbor Wilson shows up, phone out, filming. "This lady's been here since 6 a.m., he says. And I look over the lake and even the local kids are watching, realizing this isn't just neighbor drama Anna Marie, it's turning into a circus. Wilson starts live streaming, and suddenly, there's a whole audience, comments flying in, "This seems personal. Debt collectors don't act like this. Document everything." Folks are saying this isn't normal, and they're right. But the woman, she calls herself Susan, never breaks a sweat. Every time I yell, she just gets calmer, firing off lines like, "Emotional outbursts won't change legal realities. I'm protecting creditor interests according to Colorado law." She's got an answer for everything, like she's been rehearsing this conversation for years. And the more she says my name, the more it feels like she knows something about me I don't. When she packs up her gear, she drops a business card handwritten, "Susan Hernandez," over something scratched out. Underneath, you can still see the name S. Martinez. That name Martinez, does it ring such an old bell? I'm just standing there, holding the card, mind racing back 20 years. And then it hits me, Susanna Martinez. No, can't be. But before I even get my head around it, she hands me this leather portfolio, every page perfectly organized, and inside is a stack of documents outlining a nightmare. Year 1, $2,400 in fees, $600 in special assessments. Fine, that's bad enough. But then year 2, $7,200 in late penalties, compounding at 300% a year. Year 3, another $15,600 in interest. Legal fees over $21,000. All told, $47,000 and growing by $200 every day. It's like loan shark math wrapped up in legalese. I tell her it's robbery, and she just says, "This is standard debt collection practice under Colorado law, Mr. Parker." Every time I challenge her, she has the receipts, attorney consultations, court filings, property research, you name it, she's ready. But then she walks my property line with surveying gear, taking photos of Sarah's garden from every angle. Sentimental value doesn't affect market assessment, she tells me, just cataloging the place where I said goodbye to my wife, acting like it's another asset to liquidate. I shout, "Her name was Sarah. She fought cancer for 3 years." And Susan just says, "Past tense relationships don't affect current property obligations." And the way she says past tense feels almost personal, like she's not just talking law, she's working through her own wounds. After she leaves, I'm standing there with the card, shaking. 20 years ago, I was engaged to a girl named Susana Martinez. We were both psychology majors, making big plans until her mom got sick and I started volunteering at the hospital. That's where I met Sarah, a nursing student working nights. I broke up with Susana for Sarah. It was ugly, painful, crushed her at the worst time in her life. But come on, people move on, right? Or so I thought. That night, I dig through old boxes, find a yearbook. There's Susana Martinez, Future Lawyers Club, engaged to Gary Parker. And it all clicks. This Susan Hernandez isn't just any debt collector Susana, my ex-fiancée, and she's found me. I call the number on her card, heart pounding. I know who you are, Susana Martinez. There's a long silence, and then she says, that person died 20 years ago, Gary. I drive into town to her temporary office, media trucks following me. Like the whole mountain heard the drama. I storm in. You held a grudge for 20 years? She's ice cold. My name is Susan. And yes, I remember every single day you destroyed my life. The lawyer mask drops and it's just two people yelling about heartbreak and betrayal from a lifetime ago. It's like she'd been planning this moment her whole adult life. She lays it out. I left her while her mother was dying, found comfort with another woman in the same hospital. The way she tells it, I'm the villain in some tragedy I never realized I'd written. And maybe I was in her eyes. She starts pacing, and the whole story comes spilling out. Failed LSATs, flunked marriages, career built brick by brick on the ashes of what I did to her. Every legal skill I learned was for this, she says, voice shaking. Every relationship failed because you haunted me. I want to deny it, tell her to let go. But how do you argue with a wound that never closed? That's when my son Danny bursts in, laptop in hand. Dad, she's been cyberstalking us for 2 years, not weeks. He's got evidence tracking cookies on Sarah's obituary, fake profiles, everything. Wilson, my neighbor, starts digging too. Turns out Susan's been posing as neighbors online, gathering dirt, prepping her campaign against me like a military op. Then comes the twist. Susan files a lawsuit, $2.3 million for lost life opportunities and emotional distress. Danny reads the filing. If she wins, I lose everything, even the cabin, even his future. Wilson uncovers her history. She's done this to 7 men, exes turned enemies, weaponizing law to ruin their lives. I'm just the final boss in her lifelong revenge quest. My little mountain town splits down the middle. Team Gary, Team Susan, and a whole lot of folks hiding in the neutral zone. Social media erupts, local businesses take sides, and Susan hires bodyguards claiming harassment, while she stalks my every move with cameras and private investigators. The more we dig, the more chilling it gets. This isn't just a grudge. It's an obsession that's swallowed her whole life. The courtroom becomes ground zero. Susan arrives with a high-dollar legal team, media swarming, while I stand there with Danny, scared out of my mind. But Danny's no rookie. He rips her case apart, exposes the premeditation, her pattern of stalking, fake accounts, everything. Under cross, Susan cracks on live stream in front of 750,000 viewers, screaming that Sarah stole her life, that she spent 20 years planning this moment. The internet explodes. The judge rules that while my debt might be legit, Susan's tactics cross the line into harassment. He blocks her from seizing my property, launches a bar investigation, and slaps her with a restraining order. But Susan, she just smiles, like she got what she wanted anyway. Then I get a text. Countdown begins now. 72 hours, Gary. Then you'll understand loss. She's not done, not even close. Her professional life crashes, malpractice suits, disbarment, old clients coming out with identical horror stories. Turns out, she spent her whole career turning heartbreak into a business. She liquidates everything. $180,000 cash, vanishes from town. Security cams catch her stalking my cabin, Sarah's memorial garden, even at midnight with high-tech surveillance gear and a mystery accomplice. The cops can't touch her until she crosses the line. Then, live in front of 2.3 million viewers, she tries to destroy Sarah's memorial, screaming at the grave, spray painting over the stones, broadcasting her breakdown to the world. Neighbors call the cops. She's arrested live on stream, and as they haul her away she screams, "This isn't over, Gary. You'll lose everything you love." But you know what? The real ending wasn't about Susan. It was about the folks who rallied around me, Wilson, organizing watch shifts, the community restoring the memorial garden, neighbors who'd barely said hi before showing up with casseroles and legal aid. My son's public defender career took off, and we started a foundation for folks facing stalking and legal harassment. My story became a case study, a Netflix doc, a reason for law schools to start teaching about the dark side of legal system abuse. The garden grew into a place where people could heal. So here's my question for you: when does the statute of limitations run out on old heartbreak? And who gets to decide what counts as justice? Drop a comment below. Have you ever had the past chase you down and try to burn your whole life to the ground? Let's talk about what real justice looks like, and maybe, just maybe, how love can win out over revenge in the end.